This is Candice, and today, at 30 years old, she has a net worth of minus 38,457. Not only that, but she also continues to accumulate debt. Credit card, 12,263, 21,630.
No.
With such unstable finances, her partner has had enough and gave her the ultimatum to finally get her life together. Or else it will be over. To the eye of your partner, you're coming as a loose cannon.
Yeah, 100%. I scare him.
In this video, we'll understand what led to this emergency situation, and together, we'll answer the ultimate question. Is it just too late? Welcome to Finance Action, the show where we take action. My name is Romain, and today I'm with Candice. Candice, how are you doing?
I'm awesome, Romain. How are you?
I'm doing great. Candice, let's look at your profile. You are 30 years old. You're originally from Chicago. You currently live in Las Vegas, and you work as a creative director. Is that right?
Yes.
Looking at the way you've rated your personal finances, from cheating to Mayday, you rated yourself as... Yikes! Okay, Candice, tell me a little bit about what's going on here.
Oh, okay, Roman. So I'm from a very well-off family in real estate, mom's in real estate. Recently lost 12 years of experience in my career of landscaping to a car accident. Met the love of my life and didn't know it. So kind of messed that up. And now I'm living in Vegas and trying to figure out what my life is going to be. If I'm going to be with him, if he's going to allow me to be with him. But yeah, I need help. Save me.
All right. Candice, interesting background. Let's start first with kind of the couple steps. So you mentioned you came from a wealthy family.
Grew up in a family that was pretty well off. Wanted to be an educator. So I went to school to be an English teacher.
Okay.
And I couldn't handle it. Left, ended up having to dump all of my savings into a lease that I signed. Got into a domestic violence relationship with someone who kind of controlled my entire life, from my social media to what I wore, who I talked to, who I was friends with. Just pretty much every aspect of my life was either run or monitored by that person.
For how long?
For about 2 or 3 years. Wow. Yeah.
Okay. What made you exit of that and the courage to get out of this?
Fear. And it's kind of run my life since then. And that's kind of what led me to the safety of doing landscaping for 12 years, even though I knew that wasn't my passion or was going to lead me anywhere passionately. I had recently got kicked out of school and kind of exiled by my family because of getting kicked out of school. It was just so much. So yeah, one night he left and went to his apartment. I started packing my car, and middle of the night, I took that 2.5 hour, well, maybe first thing in the morning, because it was sunlight by the time I got to Chicago. And I got there, and he called me, and he was like, "Hey, where you at?" And I'm like, "I'm at home." And I could hear him leaving out of his apartment. And he was like, "Yeah, I'm finna come to your house." And I was like, "I don't think, the little 2-minute walk that you would normally make is gonna be enough. I'm in Chicago." And he didn't take it well. And that was only maybe 1.5 years in, and we still continued after that. I didn't know how to get away. I didn't tell anyone. My brothers, my sisters, my mothers, my uncles, nobody knew when it was happening. And even up until after we had broken up. So everyone would just see us on social media or see us smiling, and they just thought we were happy. Nobody knew.
So you got the courage, left that. Launched yourself into a fairly safe career because you wanted to be protected at the time.
Yeah. And just stayed there.
And then you get into an accident.
Yep. More violence done to my body. So I get into the accident, and they jammed my so what's all affected is all of my connected bones. So this hurts. It'll go here, and then it kind of shoots to my spine.
Did you get compensation for that?
No.
How come? It was a work accident.
Because the security or police where I worked were supposed to do an investigation, and nobody ever told me anything. They said they couldn't.
You didn't follow up on that?
I did. They said they couldn't find them on the cameras, which doesn't make sense to me. Nobody ever offered to have me come and sit down and see if I could. I don't want to tell the cameras where I was, but you know that I was somewhere secure enough to have had some sort of evidence. I was just grateful. I wasn't even concerned about compensation or anything. I was just like, thank you, God, because anything worse could have happened. My arm still works. I just try to be grateful for the things that I do have versus what I don't. And now, of course, years later, my affluential family is like, why didn't you sue him? You should sue him. You need to see if you can sue him. And I'm like, maybe that sounds great, but I'm also still just very glad to be alive. Even with me leaving my career, I know I could have more, and I know I'm trying to get better at pushing myself to want that more even, but because money has never been something that I had to work hard to get or hard to look for, it's never been like a goal of mine. My goals have always been to like help people and stuff like that. And now I'm just trying to settle down and figure out my life again, who I am.
And so today you're finding yourself kind of past all of those ventures, kind of working as a creative director, not really paying the bill right now, but doing a lot of Instacart to kind of help yourself survive despite the net worth of your family. I mean, your mother is worth how much, would you say?
I'm going to say at least 300,000. Has to be. Because we're talking properties, we're talking...
But she's not really helping you anymore. She pretty much disowned you.
Oh, yeah. Back in high school. So everything that I've told you since then has pretty much been on my own. Now, I know I told you that she's right now helping me, but that's $300 a month, which again is so much. But coming from, again, Virginia, when I was spending $300 a month for anything, it's like I appreciate the help so much, but I've never been a person to beg for anything. So to have to beg my family to help me live breaks my heart. But my boyfriend, the person who I moved out here for, his family is affluential as well, but he took the immediate route of trying to do things on his own. So he's the one who's actually been teaching me and showing me that I do need to kind of not distance myself, but intentionally get these things on my own. Because nobody cares. They still call and ask me for things. They still call to ask me ask for money, ask for me to do things that take up time that I could be trying to make money to live. They still expect me to come to Chicago. I'm about to start crying. They still expect me to come to Chicago for birthdays. Like, how am I going to get there? But I don't love you because I can't get there. That doesn't make sense. I'm across the world. I told everybody that, that I got kicked out of my house. When I got kicked out of my house, nobody did anything. Nobody moved anything around or made any contingencies for me. So I said, okay, creative director. I'm going to smile and I'm going to work and
I'm going to try and make it happen.
Yep.
All right. Okay, thank you so much, Candice, for walking us through those emotions. And there's definitely been a lot that you've been going through. Now, let's see how all of this transitioned to your financial situation today by looking into your income and your assets.
Yes.
A brief apartheid to let you know about this week's sponsor, Aura, and let me speak from experience. Every week, news breaks about a new cyber attack or a potential data leaks, and that has led consumers to not really knowing how to protect themselves anymore. It puts them at risk of credit fraud and identity theft, and we've seen people on this show facing those issues. Aura, pretty much they offer you a monitoring services for your personal information. They will alert you quickly if they detect any form of threats or if your information has been compromised. They will also help you out to deal with some potential threats. Their services allows you to encrypt your Wi-Fi information, protecting your phone and your computer from malware. Aura is pretty much used by tens of thousands of people across the United States. They are the leader in their sectors. I use them myself, and so I encourage you to check out their services. I have a link in the description below. Thank you, Aura, for sponsoring this video. And now, let's get back to our content. So let's start first with your income.
Okay.
The very vast majority of what you do is coming from Instacart. You work how many hours a day?
6 to 8.
6 to 8. How much are you able to make?
Right now, I'm making mostly $125 a day. At a minimum, I've made $56.
That's it. So it's not really paying that much.
No.
Okay, if you were to average out that per year, that brings you to about $21,000.
I haven't made that little since probably 2013.
What prevents you from trying to find another job?
I apply for them.
And what happens?
I don't get them.
Where do you apply for?
I apply for assistant jobs. I just got my the alcohol certificate or something out here. Just did that last week. So I've been looking for bartending gigs or hostess or anything. I don't know anything, honestly. Anything that I think because I have a long resume. So anything that I think my resume can fit, I will apply for.
What salary are you looking for?
I don't even have anything specific. When I say I'm just not getting pulled, I'm just not getting pulled. And you know how we just had a sad
How many
moment?
applications do you send a day?
Oh, not a lot.
How do you expect to get pulled?
Because I'm not really trying to go back to a 9-to-5. I spend more of my time applying for creative things and getting those. I get them though.
That's a little bit where your creative director thinks, but how much are you getting paid from that?
I definitely can make more in a day during that than I make Instacarting.
Like, give me an example of what you would do.
Seat filling.
Oh,
yes, I'm a
seat
seat
filling.
filler. Yes.
What does that mean?
I know it sounds so funny. So essentially, people hire me for events that aren't filled to capacity.
So you show up.
Yep, you show
to
up.
an event that you have pretty much you don't really care about to start with.
We always care.
But you have to show up and be like, yeah.
Yeah, you show up with your smile and your enthusiasm. Or if maybe it's something where like a more of a quiet show. So where you just have to literally just come and be there because the cameras are rolling. You know, everything is about optics nowadays. So
how much do they pay you for just filling the seat and the crowd?
a typical day, $200.
Ooh,
Yeah, and
that's not a bad gig for being just,
versus what I make for 8 hours of Instacart, and it's
yeah.
This is why I continue to apply for them in between orders because I don't spend my all day order applying for different stuff. But when I can, I do because you never know what I'm gonna get pulled for, or I never know. I have a couple of different projects that I'm hoping hurry up and come through so that I can get the ball rolling. But yeah.
All right, we'll need some of that money because right now per month that brings you to about 1,500 or so net in your pocket. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's transition into your assets.
Okay.
So, my dear friend Candice, the list is short. You have one Cash App account with a balance of $191.
Mm-hmm.
You have anything else?
I own my car.
Ah, okay. What do you drive?
A 2010 Nissan Murano.
Okay, that's good. Do you own any money on it?
No.
How did you get that car?
My mother gave it to me.
Okay, well, that's a nice gift. All right.
The second car she's given to me.
Oh, okay. Well, so, see, she's still helping you out a little bit.
My mother likes to lease her vehicles, and then sometimes when she doesn't like to lease vehicles, she'll go to an auction and buy one, knowing that she likes brand new cars and not cars bought from an auction, which I do as well.
But it works.
Oh, no, it works. It works.
How many
perfectly
miles?
fine. Maybe 97, almost 200. Yeah.
Okay, hopefully maintenance is not too expensive on it. Is it at your name?
Yes, it's in my name.
Very nice. No money owned. The car is running great.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see. The value for that car right now, if you were to sell it, we would be looking at something along the lines of $4,900.
Yep, that's about what I thought.
Okay, not bad. We'll account for that. But again, that's not liquid money. That's pretty much what you have from it.
Okay.
So no saving account, no investments.
Nope.
No retirements.
Nope. I had a TSP that I had to cash out.
Why did you cash that out?
Because I quit my job and I needed to survive. Yep.
How much you had?
Thousands.
Thousands?
Not over 5, but maybe like 3, because it was from my 3 years of working.
Yeah, but in liquid cash on your own, $191, huh? How do you feel about it?
I feel sad, but
I don't think that you feel that concerned because you always know in a way that
I'll have a way out. Yeah, I know.
You have your way out,
Mm-hmm.
you know? You have a way out. I mean, you also have the family support that can at all time You know, it's nice to have that kind of rescue buoy
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah. That's why I don't try. They don't know how much I make. They don't know.
They don't know your financial situation?
Oh, no. No. Because then they'll try to help. And I want to do it on my own. I don't. My mother's favorite thing to tell people is my daughter doesn't need me right now. And I don't.
All right. That brings your total current assets at 5,164. Cash less than 200. Yeah.
Yeah, I told you, yikes.
All right, let's see how all of this, if we only had positive assets, we also have quite a bit of debt.
Yes.
Let's transition together in looking at your expenses and your debt. I'm going to start with a nice one. How much do you pay for rent right now?
Zero.
Zero? How do you pay zero?
Because I don't have a home right now. I am living nowhere, technically.
I mean, you live, what do you mean you live nowhere? Where do you sleep at night?
I sleep with my partner.
Okay.
But that's only been for 2 weeks. And before that, I was staying with my uncle for the last 4 months, and I didn't have to pay him anything.
Okay.
So for months, I haven't paid rent.
How long are you going to be able to stay with your partner?
I have no idea. It's supposed to be up until, I think, like tomorrow. Yeah.
So what are you going to do tomorrow?
I have no idea. Hope he doesn't say anything because I just helped him with something. Because he still needs help. So I'm hoping between today and tomorrow,
Magic happens.
Magic happens. If not, I'll be at one of the weekly rental places.
Oof.
Trying to survive.
Okay. That's a little bit uncertain. We don't want to put you into this spot at 30 years old, Candice. Let's move on to some of the rest of your expenses. So your car, I mean, again, house expense 0% of your income. Mm-hmm. Your car 0 on when it comes to your car loan, but you still have gas, especially for doing Instacart. I see, looking at your accounts, around 260 per month. But I don't see any insurance cost. What's going on that front?
I send my mother my insurance money most months.
So your mother pay for the insurance?
It's paid through her, yes.
Do you pay it?
Yes.
Do you pay it back?
Most months, yes. Am I in debt right now? Am I in a deficit currently? Yes.
Okay.
But that's just from, I think she said the last time I sent her money was May. So just from June. So it's not like I, have a running bill.
But last month I don't see neither a phone charge. What's going on that?
That goes through her as well.
So she pays for the phone too?
Yes, because I paid them originally, but she wanted to switch from my company to a different company. So it just goes through her credit. I mean, through her card, just as a convenience for everybody.
Okay. Well, look, right now, when looking at your transportation expenses, that brings you at 17% of your income.
Okay.
But that's because you're not paying for the car. You didn't pay for the insurance. That's purely gas, but that's the way for you to make money also through Instacart. So we will say it's fair. Usually we like it to be below 15, but for you, it's a kind of specific case. Now,
Okay.
if this was only it, when we look into your debt, I mean, the most important one is going to be student loans.
Yeah.
21,630.
Yep.
What's going on that front?
My student loans have been in deferment or off and on. I
Do
think
you have a degree?
No. Nope. Got kicked out of school. I've been to different universities over the years.
Because I see 10 different loans.
Yeah.
So you've been picking up like $3,000 loans left and right.
I'll go for a semester or two.
And then you boom.
Have something else to do, or I'll move cities, move states. It's always something. Me and education have always been like, for someone who wants to be an educator, me and education have always been like this far apart from being lovers. Like, I don't know.
Just always close, but never
always
there.
close. Just credits continuing to stack up, but no degree. Nope.
What is your credit score? Oh, nice. We're going to have the details. Let me see what's going on.
See?
Oh, it's not too bad.
No.
661.
For someone with $100.
As I scroll down. Oof, okay, so I see an auto loan of 6,600 closed. So car was repossessed.
Yep.
What happened there?
So during COVID, I couldn't go to work for 9 months because I have asthma and I worked at a medical center. So they had me at home. And once I did start going back,
Because it was a $30,000 car.
yep, $30,000.
And you still own money on it after they repossessed it.
Yep.
$6,000. That's what happens sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
They bring your car to auction.
And then don't sell it for market or for whatever it's
they're
worth.
going to bring it for lower than what you would get if it's private party, but then you still own money on it.
Yep.
It's in collection.
Yep. And I didn't even know it. I found out so much later.
You're letting life goes a little bit on its own. I also see another collection as well.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, two of them. One for 991 IC Systems. That was not too long ago in December. Yeah, 991 IC Systems.
I don't know what that is.
Okay. All right. And I see another one for 1,392 Jefferson Capital Systems too. And it was in 2022. So collection is falling, but you don't even know it?
I know the Jefferson, it's Verizon.
Oh. What happened there?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? You have
I was
selective
paying
memory.
on a phone. No, so guys, domestic violence can sometimes alter the way that you remember things and how you remember things. So while I can think really hard and remember, sometimes things don't pop up in my head immediately. So that's been something that I've had to work through over these couple of years.
Interesting.
Because I know the phone is Verizon, but I don't remember what happened where I know I switched companies. And I'm assuming, switched companies and was like, screw the old company. More than likely, that's what happened.
What is very nice to see, though, is that you have a credit card right now with a balance of $739, but I see years of positive payments on that. So you've been doing really good on this.
Yes, thank you.
How have you been able to pay all your cards at all time, 100% performing on your payment history? What's going on with that?
So one of the cards on there are my mother's. She has me as an authorized user on her card after.
I see.
Yep, she did it once I quit my job as a way to help me.
So I see that, but that's not the case when it comes to a Navy Federal credit card, 12,263 closed collection. What happened?
So my Navy Federal account was my main credit card when I was working.
Okay.
And I had a roommate who had her car repossessed when I first got to Virginia. She was my friend from 2007. And she asked me for $3,000 from my credit card, cash.
Oh, so you withdrew from your credit card with cash? Oh.
Did that, and it was kind of off to the races after that. And
so you let credit card kind of keep going on it?
Yep, kept going. And I was paying it when I was working, but now that I'm not working anymore, I only pay every once in a while. I do keep an open communication with them, so I talk to them so they know, I don't hate them, but yeah.
Are they asking you for money?
No, not right now, because they know I'm unemployed. And when I was getting my unemployment,
do you still answer the phone?
Oh yeah, because again, I'm not trying to have a bad relationship. I'm not gonna say I'm not trying to be broke, because I'm not, doing any and everything to get money. But like the other day, there are things. This is Vegas. Someone offered me $1,600 to go outside and share my hoo-ha on camera. This was 2 days ago.
What did you say?
No. Oh no!
We're desperate, but come on. Okay,
we will be talking about totally different numbers if I said yes to the other stuff that I'm offered.
Okay,
but
right.
I'm trying to do because I
You're trying to do things right.
Yes, I'm trying so hard.
Okay.
See, that's why I came in smiling and happy, because I know that even though I don't have a lot, I am trying my darndest that I can, because I still apply for the jobs. I still go out and Instacart with a smile every day. I'm like a platinum Instacarter or something like that, like whatever. But I want to put my energy into what I'm going to do. I don't want it to be like, oh, I'm just, doing it and I hate you guys. So I get nice tips and I get nice reviews. It's fine, but
no, I hear you. It's just right now you've put yourself in a way in a tricky spot, my dear friend Candice. because
Yikes.
I mean, your assets 5,164, a lot of which is the car, but debt 43,621. So we're looking at a current net worth of minus 38,457.
That's insane.
When we look at the rest of what you have, you've been pretty frugal.
Yeah, I try to be.
You haven't stacked up on any more credit card debt over the course of last month. You haven't spent your money on shit. I mean, I see a little bit of small things, fast food and so on. But I mean, last month you were positive.
Yeah.
You made $980. You spent $800.
Okay.
So you've made an extra $100.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're not kind of going down to the hell of finances, but we need to get you out of that. I think right now you're capped.
Yeah, I'm at a
been
plateau.
capped.
Yeah.
You're plateauing for 3 years.
Yeah,
We need to get you out of that system as
Yeah.
soon as we can.
I agree.
When I look at some of the rest of your expenses, you're on food stamps.
Yeah.
That to hear, it's kind of saving you. And again, there is a little bit of your passion, kind of cosplaying, but you're not spending money on it right now. You're being thoughtful.
Yes.
We are going to bring you back on the train.
Yes.
Let's move to our next segment, which looks together at the money case.
Okay.
So today, I'm going to do something that's a little bit different, that is going to be related to your situation, but also to our audience who might find themselves interested.
Okay.
Today, we're going to be looking at, a component of where do you, and stay at home as well, position yourself against where you needs to be when looking at net worth. Okay, we're going to be looking at the median, where 50% of people have more of that net worth amount, 50% have less by age bracket. Okay. So we're going to start nice with 20 to 29 years old.
Okay.
The average net worth for that population is $7,000.
Okay.
And that's what I think are what I call the golden years. Your 20s are not meant for you to make money. That's my thought.
Spend
The
it.
20s are made for the experience and for you also to take shots.
Yeah.
Okay. So $7,000 is the median for 2024. Now it jumps, but not to the amount that you will think is crazy. Between 30 and 39, this is where you're finding yourself. This is where I'm finding myself. We're looking at $35,000
Net worth.
net worth.
Okay.
So your net worth is minus 30 plus. So we are going the opposite route. All right. But when we think about, people think, everybody out there on social media is rich. We are recording today, FYI, is the 4th of July. Everybody is on their boats and so on. You're like, there is a notion of FOMO. Why am I not living this life? What's happening? Well, number one, guys, I want to say that the very vast majority of what you see on social media is just the transposition of a moment and of an idealistic world that they're trying to transpose, which was your case.
You look on my social media, I was just on a couple of boats in the last couple of months. I stay on a boat.
All right? See? So, guys, please, we never know what's happening behind the scenes. Okay? $35,000 median. So, again, we're not bowling of, hundreds of thousands of dollars by the age of 30. And what you see is that at 40, everything changes.
Ooh.
So we are moving from $35,000 to the age bracket between 40 and 49 years old. You're not looking at $50,000 of median net worth.
Okay.
You're looking at $91,000.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Right?
Yeah.
So, if you find yourself in this situation, again, this is not meant for comparison. I'm highlighting statistics.
I know.
But, we are going to be shooting for you. Well, for you first to be positive.
Literally.
But, this is for our age bracket, 40 to 49. Now, this is where generally you make the money. At 40 years old, you've got any experience. You've got the resume. You don't get screwed around anymore. You understand the game of life, and you make the big bucks, right? And in your 50s, is when you really generally pull it all together, because median income raises over $100,000, much more than that. We are now actually looking, ladies and gentlemen, at $168,600.
Yeah.
$170,000. I don't have enough money for the other age brackets, so I will tell you. 60 to 69 years old.
Okay.
$212,000. Together, now that we've looked into the statistics, okay, and on your side we have $200, okay, we'll see how we can bring you back on the track as fast as humanly possible.
Okay.
Let's look at what would I do if I was in your shoes. Let's look at what I would do, and we are in an emergency situation because as soon as potentially tomorrow, you can up being homeless.
Yep.
We don't want that. I mean, if you had hundreds of thousands on the bank and homeless, I wouldn't be too worried for you. But we have hundreds of dollars, okay? So let's look at this together.
Okay.
Recommendation number one is when I look right now at your finances and I split it into your needs, your wants, and your what I call the goal category, to save, invest, or pay debt.
Okay.
I mean, your needs right now, it's food and gas. That's about it. Everything is either covered by your partner or by your mother.
Yeah.
$675 is what you need to survive. But that's not really realistic, let's be honest, because if you have to move out tomorrow, you won't be living off this.
No.
So your salary right now cannot decently cover
Anything.
anything. So we have to change that.
Yes.
For your wants, I'm putting 0 right now. I mean, let's be honest. We can't just look at wants right now. It should be kind of tightening the belt and let's get back on track. So what I want to instigate to you is a completely change of mindset. And what I mean by that is you've been fortunate to live in an environment where your parents, your family, have been of support, maybe not emotionally, but financially. They kind of give you that caution, you know that no matter what, you can kind of always come back if something was to arise. Yeah. But on the other side, you're also telling me that you want to figure out things on your own.
Yeah.
Okay. What will it need from you right now? And I know that this is not going to be something that you want to hear.
Okay.
To potentially, for a little bit of time, put on pause the creative aspirations that are costing you money in order to find stabilization. I know we've been speaking on the side a little bit as well, that you mentioned that last 3 years of kind of running on a fine line have been feeling your excitement. You've been feeling some thrill around it.
Yeah.
But I'm concerned, right, in a way, that to the eye of your partner, you're coming as a loose cannon.
Yeah, 100%. I scare him.
Like, think with me here for a second. Most of the things that you've been mentioning to me, a lot do gravitate around that you have with your partner.
Yeah.
But somehow, you're not putting this as the precedence in your mind. And to me, at 30 years old right now, it's an age for you to find maybe that stabilization, but not by speaking, but instead by showing the right steps. And as much as I love your creative ventures, right now, you've not satisfied the foundations that allows you to support your ambitions. And I have seen countless, unfortunately, from the tens of stories that I've seen this way, where the timing was off.
Yeah.
Because you have the creative assets, you have what it takes to make it in the industry. But because you're not satisfying the conditions necessary to be successful, what you're doing is you're hitting a plateau.
Yeah.
And you've been hitting it for 3 years.
Yeah.
On top of that, because of hitting that plateau and wanting to find ways to get out of it, you've made some tougher decisions that have weakened your relationships with your partner, which to you is the man of your life.
Yeah.
So how do we change that? I want you to, as I mentioned, put on pause the creative venture, at least for a year, okay? And then you have 2 routes. There is a route where I need you to find a stable job.
Okay.
Instacart is good, but Instacart is not bringing you anywhere. It's just a waste of time, and probably a lot of your time is being used into finding gigs and so on in the creative ventures, which today the rate at which is not what you need to do right now. It's time wasted.
Yeah.
Not wasted, but it's not the most efficient use of your time, because I want you to get back the loyalty and the esteem from your partner.
Yeah.
Because not only it's your rescue buoy, but to my eyes, from what you've described to me for the 3 hours that you've been together, he's one of the only person that actually really links with you. I mean, he's literally following up with you on the phone as to make sure that you're safe. Come on.
Yeah.
This guy has something, and he counts to you. Your family, it's been my family. Yes, they count left and right. I mean, like everything, there is family drama. I mean, that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
But think of the Candice of yourself, not the one that has to rely on her mom for the phone. I need you to put every single minute that you have right now to find stable employment. And I want you to show that to your partner. What you could do to do that is, that's just an idea that I have, and I will recommend it to you. There is a service that I've been recommending to people that found it successful. It's called Course Career.
Okay.
And it's fairly affordable online learning that place you into positions that then you can have while working remotely.
Oh, perfect.
Okay? And that gives you a little bit of an education without costing you $20,000. And they find jobs for you, for the most part, that are remote, that allow you to get your step into high demanding jobs with decent salaries.
Perfect.
Okay? So I will be recommend that to you.
Thank you.
So that takes a little bit of time to go through normal. That's in just a regular education, not years, but we're speaking a little bit of months. In the meantime, I need you to grind yourself into, let's say, the tipping industry in Las Vegas here, into different jobs that need you, that stabilization. I need you to show more than the dollar value, You need to show that to your partner if you count on him, because that's going to go so much further. Right now, I don't care about you making $12, $15, $17 an hour. You don't really need crazy finances to make it.
Yeah.
From that point, purely financially, I need you right now, as fast as humanly possible, to go back to at least $1,000 of cash on you. And I want you to showcase that to your partner by say, hey, I'm going to put back, this is my plan. This is what I would do, honestly. I would take some time after our discussion. You put to paper the plan of actions that you're going to take, because tomorrow you're out the door normally if you don't react. You put into paper what are going to be the steps that you're going to take for the next 6 months.
Okay.
And you ask him, look, I know I have not been the greatest for the past couple of months. My life has been all over the place. Today I came to a realization that I want to be with you. And this is how I want to show you that I'm going to make this happen. This is going to be my plan for the next 3 months.
Okay.
And I want you to give me the chance to redeem myself and show you the person that I can be and what I'm capable of.
Okay.
At the end of those 3 months, if I have not satisfied what we've been speaking together, then 100% right, I think we'll have to end this relationship.
Okay.
Because right now we need to save the boat. We need to put you accountable against someone that you count off, not your mother or anyone that, you've been living in on and off and whatever. And we put you into the right step. When we think about that plan, it's potentially helping with rent a little bit, finding a stable job. Right now, financially, you need to cut every type of payment that you have. I need you to be more liquid. You have no money in front of you. And at some point, when things are going to start working together in the next couple months, after those 3 months, we need to start thinking about a debt repayment strategy. Okay, you're going to have to tackle those collections. This money right now is sitting on the sidelines. I wouldn't have you answering any collection calls. When you think about collection, there is multiple stages. Okay, there is collection number 1, and then there is collection hells. Those are the money catchers. They're just hoping to get some dimes from you. What happens is, if you let yourself alive and answering those calls, you don't go down into the levels where your collection is going to be cheaper.
Okay.
So you do not want to make yourself alive to the eyes of collectors
Gotcha.
until you have a little bit of money to then negotiate with them.
Okay.
Because some of your collections are pretty young, 2022. So you're not hell in collection hell. You're at the first levels of collections. What you own today is like, I don't know, $15,000 or so. If you play the game right, you will only have to own about $3,000 to $5,000 on those. But that's it.
Okay.
And what I'm thinking is, the plan for you right now is 3 months to the eye of your boyfriend.
Okay.
But to you, to get back on track is going to take about 3 years.
Okay. That's not bad.
3 years. I'm sorry. The creative needs to be on hold. It's not the right time.
Yeah. I mean, and that's okay. Because I've put so much effort in these 3 years that if I have to take a break,
just a small break.
I know that my break won't be, it's not the end of the world.
No.
Yeah, so I'm
You're
fine with
30.
that.
You're 30. That's it. You will be 60 and so maybe you're 30.
Yeah.
Like literally life is literally starting for us, for me and you. But what I'm here is the same as you. It's a creative shot for me.
Yeah.
But what I've done though is I've satisfied for years beforehand conditions that allow me to pursue this venture to the best of my ability. You need to satisfy basic conditions. Yeah. You're done with your family, financial-wise. Just leave that to where it is. Time to stand up on your own. Be accountable to your boyfriend and to your what is going to be hopefully your partner for quite a while, and get that process going. And I think you're going to be fine. In 3 years, you come back to me.
Okay.
And we'll be speaking before that. But once everything kind of settled on the ground and you satisfy those basic conditions, then we elevate our game. We think about how to invest your money. We think about potential retirements, about potential house buying, about diversification of assets. Now you enter the game.
Okay.
And that game is very fulfilling.
Oh.
But you need to pass that cap.
No.
So I have presented to you some form of a plan, but mostly a mindset.
Yeah.
What are you going to do when you go and speak to your partner today?
Try not to sound like I'm bullshitting.
Go and like, I don't know the relationships, but sometimes what I do, and that it depends of the person that you are, but like I would say, hey, I would like the chance to speak with you for 30 minutes, but I want your full attention for 30 minutes because I have something to present to you, and don't just wing it as you guys are doing things on the side. Sit with him like it would be, a discussion, and showcase that you have what it takes.
Yeah.
Because my concern is that if this doesn't work right now, oh man, that means, you would have to stack on weekly hotels and so on. Plus, you're losing that relationship that you've created. So I don't think it's too late because to me, he still cares about you. But now it's on you to show him that you can actually pull it off.
Yeah, I can tell because he'll get excited when I get my gigs and everything. Whenever I do get my contracts and my creative money, he's always like so proud of me.
That guy's...
Yeah.
That guy's great.
He is. He's phenomenal. He's my favorite.
So don't break it. Don't break it.
I won't.
You have something here. The guy has been literally texting you and stuff, checking on you. He doesn't want to break up with you tomorrow. I can see that. But don't waste that chance.
I'm not. Thank you for that.
All right. Any final words as we wrap up our conversation?
Well, this has been really good. I didn't think you were going to say that. I didn't know what you were going to say, but I didn't think you were going to say that. So thank you. Genuinely from the bottom of my heart. Because I didn't know what you were going to say. But bankruptcy isn't it, but that works. That's something that I can do.
No. I don't feel it. Sometimes I've recommended bankruptcy to people on these seats.
Because sometimes people need it.
But you're not there.
Yeah. Because I can work. It's just been actively choosing not to. And then, like I said, I apply for stuff, but when I don't get it, it's not like, oh, I'm just so down. It's like, okay, I'll move on.
Teeth on the ground for the next couple months.
Yeah.
It's going to, more than the dollar value right now,
yeah.
we need to have an emotional win.
Yeah, for sure.
And an emotional reassurance.
Yeah.
That you're in safe hands also with your partner. Just get that going. You have something here. Don't let it go.
I won't.
Guys, thank you so much for following along on this show. Candice, it was a pleasure to have you. I really count on you to make things happen. We'll be following up with you.
Yes.
Until then, guys, we see you next time. À bientôt.